If you don't have the right mentality to be able to do this on a rigorous schedule day in, day out, and push yourself beyond your imagination, you're not going to be the best of the best. It takes extreme to do that. You're not born with that. You're not born with that mentality. You have to learn, sometimes just through failures. Failures sometimes build a better person. If I was just given, great talent and given the ability to just win everything I ever did, I don't know if I'd have the mentality to bounce back after the losses, or injuries or whatever else. I know for me that the defeats were what built me as a better bodybuilder and a better person in life in general.
I'd go in the gym and I would train and I would focus between each set and think, okay, then this next set I'm going to do, add 10 more pounds or add 20 more pounds, and I'm going to get extra reps out of it, and I'm going to squeeze and I'm going to contract this way.
Not for taste. Eating the eggs, flipping the yolk out, throwing it, and then having the egg whites. So it was a lot of work. I mean, there were some diets, I'm not gonna lie, I ate 140 egg whites a day. So I was cracking eggs nonstop. I mean, I remember sitting and cracking eggs for an hour in the morning, and I would put everything in Tupperware containers, and I would just dump out. I was eating 30 egg whites a meal then. I would buy a whole cow at a time. I had a local butcher, and I would have a whole cow. I'd walk in the butcher shop, and my cow would be hanging, and I'd say, this is hamburg, this is steaks, this and that, and I would buy a whole cow from a restaurant. They have like packs of chicken. I'd buy 140 pounds of chicken at a time, so I had 2 freezers in my garage. Yeah. And one was the beef freezer, and one was the chicken freezer. And then I had the eggs in my... I was a machine. All I did was eat, and I would take out 5 pounds of meat, and I would eat 5 pounds of meat a day, plus the eggs.
Realizing the time I spent in the gym was extreme, but I still go to the gym on a daily basis because it's the best part of my day. It's the time that I feel that I'm able to relieve any kind of stress and be in a great headspace. I mean, you talk about being in pain. Listen, I push myself sometimes where the repetitions turn into pain, but it's a pain that I know is probably a great place for the body because we're trying to improve and continue to hold on to muscle tissue. I mean, to have big body parts is easy to a lot of these guys at that level, but to have the condition factor on top of it, and that's something that's just years and years of training.
Winning or losing didn't validate who Jay Cutler was. It was validated by I had a goal, and that was to be the best I could be.
I was always inspired by cartoon characters. I was always intrigued by the muscle. From the very beginning, I have pictures when I was flexing when I was 4 years old. The first influence, I was 12, and my sister's boyfriend had a bodybuilding book, and it featured the 82 Olympic. Chris Dickerson won that. And I remember seeing this physique, and I was like, man, this is unbelievable. I started, I guess, kind of following it, and I'd go to my local GNC, and I'd flip through the books, like the magazine, because that was the only real place that had fitness books was GNC. There was no such thing as vitamin shops or others like mom and pop supplement stores. So I would go in and I would reach the magazine rack, and I watched that all through high school.